This tutorial will show you how to diagram a somewhat more complex argument in the lab exercises. So again, I'm going to start by copying the text. I want to leave the original text alone, so I still have that to refer to. Oh, that's terrible looking. Come on, give me my handles. Let's pull this apart so we can actually see what's going on here. Okay, so now the first thing I do is I look for the conclusion. So I see the word hence. Hence is a version of therefore. So that indicates that the conclusion is somewhere in this last sentence. So we know that it's somewhere in here. So let's pull that out. Get the text box. Okay, so this statement contains the conclusion, but we see that there's also a since. So there's a premise still in here. So we have, since we cannot deny that there is such evil, then something else. So we see that this part here is a premise. So we want to cut that out. And I'm just going to cut that right out because we're not going to need that. So there's our conclusion. So we'll label that as a C for conclusion. All right, and then let's make another box to hold that premise that we cut out. Okay. And we're going to label this one P2 because this one will be P1. And we want to remove this last sentence. We need to cut that out. Okay, so let's look at these premises now. So we have the existence of an all-powerful, all-good, all-powerful, and all-knowing God, it is said, is logically inconsistent with the existence of evil in the world. So we can cut out the it is said. That's a parenthetical part of the statement that doesn't add anything. So that's cleaned up. Then the other premise is we, well, we is all of us. We can't really do anything about that. Cannot deny that there is such an evil. Well, what is this evil? I would change this so that we cannot deny that there is evil in the world. Just so it matches up with the other premise. Okay. And we should conclude instead that God does not exist. Okay, so that's fine. So we put our conclusion at the top. Now we're going to want to bring in our premises. Now the question is, do these premises work together or do they work separately? We can see that if you just look from P1 to the conclusion, that would not support the conclusion on its own. Neither would P2 on its own. So these are meant to work together. So what we want to do is we hold this, push down the shift, hold another one, and then we click on the joining tool. Look at that. And it makes them into a nice little join thing. And then we can click on the arrow and make an arrow that goes from there to the conclusion. And we're done. We just have to make our screenshot. Shift Command 4 on my computer. And that argument diagram is finished.